Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Trust me, you don't want to miss this interview because we have Lekzy Decomic in the studio today. And as you already know, we've already, set the pace before his coming. Yes, and I cannot wait to have this exclusive interview with him to tell us a little bit about his upcoming event and also tell us something brief about himself too as well. We'll get to, have more fun today. Join our interaction section on Facebook as we are live on Facebook at HSTV Live GH. So do well to like, comment, and share. Welcome, Lekzy.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
I've been watching this very channel from far back.
Oh.
At this moment, I find myself here.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And to be sandwiched by two beautiful
Yes.
ladies. Yeah. So welcome to my show.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And of course, we're honored to have you here. It's already a vibe.
No, he's hosting the show, so
You guys are looking great.
Thank you.
So where have you been all this while?
Oh, we've been around.
I was in Australia, so I just got back today. I just got back today.
Why Australia?
I just had to, take some 1 or 2 trips and then.
So what did you do in Australia? Yes, they had just a lot of that. Hey, Savannah.
Anyway, where were you?
I was in Ghana.
Ghana,
I don't
okay.
want problem. I was in Ghana and I was eating my local food. I wasn't going anywhere.
What's your favorite?
My favorite. Yeah. Okay, when it comes to the the local side, me I like fufu.
Let's grab one of these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and what happens to me?
What do you? Why you?
She's in Australia.
We don't have Australian delicacy.
Oh,
sure you choose that.
I can manage.
Okay, so yeah, it's quite interesting having you here.
Thank you.
I feel like laughter is the best medicine you can ever have.
Yeah.
Sometimes your day can go so bad, and then when some of you come out and then make us laugh, we're very, very, very happy about that. So Lekzy, it is very, very honored to have you here with us.
I'm also happy to be here too.
Yeah. So before we delve into what you have for us, we know you have a lot of big things coming up soon in the month of September. Yes, but then before that, Lekzy, we'd like to know you personally. Who is Lekzy?
Wow.
And how did you even start?
Where do I backdate it from?
Let's see. Start us from your childhood. Where did you grow up?
Okay, I would say if I was in America, probably I would say I'm a naturalized Ghanaian, or I'm a naturalized American. I was born here in Accra, lived all my 3 decades here in Accra. I've been to my hometown. I think I was in my hometown like last 4 years or 3 years when my grandmom died.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, she was old too.
Everyone has their time,
yeah. So I was born into a family of 5. I'm the firstborn.
Okay.
My dad, my mom, they are still together. I grew up. I started my early my childhood education in a school called Wiseway at Abeka, but now they've rented the classrooms out for people to live in. So my school doesn't exist again.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I think that's the reason why I'm a comedian now, because I can't trace my roots back. Then I did my.
I like that one.
I did my early days of primary school at a school still in Abeka at St. Lawrence. And then I went to Grace Preparatory at First Light Makanishi.
Okay.
Then I left there and went to complete my JSS education at St. Mark Methodist Preparatory School at Dakuman. And I did my secondary education at Kofodia Sectech in Merimama, the best school.
Ghana.
We are hopeful that one day we will win National Science and Maths.
Because I don't think Kofodia Sectech has won National Science and Maths.
Yeah, but you should see us at Intako.
The
fun aspect, you definitely.
We are yes, we are very good, because on record, if you go to Kolebu, I stand to be corrected, but the knowledge I have, I have now. I've been told we have about 30% of the doctors in Kolebu who attended Kofodia Sectech.
Yeah.
But we don't win the National Science and Maths, but we go far. But you should see us at Ghana and cultural dance competition. Hey, we can dance.
Yeah.
So can you dance?
Me?
Yes.
No. We have a a god in our family. If I start doing cultural dance, you take over. Now I end up as
the practical section. But when it comes to the theory, they leave it for the big school.
Yeah.
Okay.
The likes of the PJs and
the
but when we catch them at Intako, we beat them.
I see.
We beat them, not like beat them to the race. We beat them.
You beat literally. You beat them up.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the only thing. You know those schools that we take pride in, like go to Intako.
Yeah. We are the champions.
So have you involved yourself in such a situation?
Oh, secondary school day. I was very minute. I'm a fully grown man, but when I walked in, I could see that people were looking on the floor to find me. I was very, very small. Like I can be part of even part of a very dangerous activity, but nobody will notice me. But I don't think I engaged myself in any of these, because the only time I got into trouble was when I went out of campus to go and perform at Okeapema Secondary School. I was then a rapper. So I was in a group called Backpage then. So then I joined. And I think in the secondary school days, then I moved to Takoradi Polytechnic, now TTU. And ever since, it's been the microphone.
So talking about performances, when did you decided to take up stand-up comedy professionally, as a comedian? Because back in the days, last 4 years, 5 years ago, I saw some clips of him where he was just giving people back-to-back comedy. When did you start to know this is my core? I want to focus on it. And look at what God has for me.
Well, I never get tired saying this. Big shout outs to my friend called Richard Jani, Jem, that was his nickname then. But his real name is Richard Jani Kute. We were in a group together back before in a group, and he realized I had extra potential beyond the rap I was doing then. So after secondary school, he called me one time and said there was a certain narrative or perception out there that Ghanaian comedians are not funny. But he doesn't understand why he has a friend who is very funny. But there was still that narrative out there that people are saying, oh, Ghanaian comedians are not funny. So he kept pushing me to pursue comedy. But I felt, and he was speaking tree, so let me just quote him. Oh, Lekzy, Charlie, Jimmy, I was say, who push you? And the Jimmy sounds too strong. Because I feel like I'm pursuing my tertiary education. Why should I be going back to go and do Jimmy? So he called me one time and said, he was then working with Focus FM as a presenter. He said, go and do the comedy. If you feel at it, I'll stop radio.
Wow. Then he had that much confidence.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Then I think he lobbied and got me a platform those days at Silver Lounge, Accra Mall. He said, go and do comedy. And that day I remember so well. I had their 10 CDs on me to go to Accra Mall, and I paid transport from where I stayed to Accra Mall was 3 CDs. I got to Silver Lounge at 4 o'clock. The show starts at 7. So I couldn't wait. People were buying drinks. Then I also ordered for drinks. Then they brought me my bill. It was 7 CDs. So meaning I had no transport back home. But I still had to perform. So I think they gave me 2 minutes. After performing, every comedian that goes on, after 2 minutes, you see them telling them to wrap up. But after my first 30 seconds, 1 minute, I got a standing ovation.
Wow.
Then the host, James Brown, big shout outs to him, gave me my first microphone. He was at the back doing keep going. But I had already prepared for just 2 or 3 jokes. So I just dropped the microphone and I had to start walking back home to Wager.
You walked all the way?
Yeah, so I was almost at La Paz when I felt like, no, I can't do it again. Because I realized the journey, I wasn't even halfway through, but I was so tired. So I called home that I'm picking it. But I couldn't tell my parents that I was going to the Cramo to do comedy. I don't know how that would have sat with them, So that was how it started. So after I did that performance, I felt like all my life, this is what I'm supposed to do. I've denied myself this for too long because I didn't put in so much. It came effortlessly, and the level of appreciation I got. I think after that performance, I got a call from the organizer, Daniel Atto, and said, "Do I have a manager?" I said, "I don't have a manager." He said, "I want to manage you."
Wow.
So my first performance, I got a manager. Then I kick-started my career, and it's been cool since.
Oh, okay. But then, you know, you were stating that you didn't know how you were going to tell your parents that you went to do comedy somewhere. So, in the beginning, how were your parents' reactions when they found out that this is what you wanted to do? Were they cool with it?
Well, one thing I appreciate my dad for is you can do anything as far as it's not crime related. You can do anything, but please go to school.
Okay.
You can do any other extra thing or curriculum thing you want to do, but still pursue the education he has paid school fees for you to. So I still had to go to school, but at some point I think it became stressful because for like 2 years I kept taking money from there. I go and play shows, I don't bring anything back. So my dad was like, what is this career or whatever you are pursuing that I have to still pay? You go and perform, you come back home happy, but there was nothing to show for. So I think my first paycheck I gave him. So when he saw the zeros in front of, I was like,
so
let me I'm coaching.
Okay.
I think he's having a change of mind over
and I'm
there.
saying, also, oh, cross my church jokes. I wasn't with the mount.
That is when he started noticing.
Yeah. And when people started calling him that they've seen me on TV, they've seen me perform here, and the sense of fulfill, like it was coming from certain quarters he least expected. Like maybe he's a big man that maybe he encountered somewhere a long time ago. Like, isn't that your son I saw on TV performing to maybe the president? Like, yeah, then I think that's when he realized I know there's something good in there. I'm trying to achieve with this. So he left me and after school I've not done anything beyond comedy. It's been just comedy, just creating other branches, but still within the comedy space.
So you don't have interest in any other thing?
Oh,
because you said you started doing rap.
Yeah. Oh, we've dropped about. We have 2 songs. My group, they have your show. We dropped a song. I think it's called Yare Ya. And we have another one coming. We shoot a video clip to it. I still have the music in there. I started as a singer though, from church, and I became a rapper in secondary school. Then I started directing choreography and drama during my tertiary days. Then I diverted into comedy. So I think I've touched base on every aspect of the entertainment space. Unless I say I won't do it, if I really want to do it, and I start doing it, it's
you see, he mentioned that he started from church. You know, all great talent starts from church, and that is very, very amazing. So, Lekzy, tell us, what was your name, your stage name as a rapper way back in school?
Lekzy.
Still Lekzy.
Yeah, Lekzy. It was.
It's been Lekzy.
Yeah. It's been Lekzy. I don't know how I came up with that name. Secondary school, I think when we complete GSS, they have these T-shirts. Everybody, people were picking names: Ziggy, Virgin Killers, weird names. So I just said, they said, so what name should we? I said, Lekzy.
Okay. But then, where does Lekzy come from?
There's no meaning to it. So when people started asking questions, just as you're asking, then I made a meaning out of it, like an acronym. So it's like Leonard. The E stands for L stands for Leonard, E stands for exceptional, the K stands for knowledgeable, the Z stands for the zeal I use to pursue my path, and the Y stands. The ladies say I'm yummy, the haters say I'm yawa. That's their own cup of tea.
Quite interesting.
You see, way back in
yummy
school,
to others, yawa to others.
Yeah, way back in school in SHS, we all knew the fishbone. We knew people by their nicknames. But so whenever
you also had fishbone.
Yeah, I had fishbone in my school.
Yeah, we had every school had teaspoon, every school had fishbone, every school had Ziggy, every school had
a lot of funny names.
We had horror.
We had horror. Exactly, we did. And you see, the truth is, when their parents now come for visits, and then they're like, okay, we are looking for Emmanuel, this, they're like, we don't have any Emmanuel. But then when you mention
how do you know I'm
like,
called Emmanuel?
You're Emmanuel. So tell us what's your full name?
My name is Emmanuel in Cancer. So.
You know, she's somehow a prophetess. She has been prophesying stuff over here in the studio. So I think that is how she knew you are Emmanuel.
Well,
it just popped up. The name just popped up. Because initially I wanted to mention Samuel.
But then the Emmanuel
just came out.
Oh, interesting.
Well, God is calling you, pick it.
I'm believe you.
maybe God wants to divert me. See how it's going to
Well, me, I've had that incident before. My dad one time came on campus looking for me with the name, my real name, and for over 2 hours, nobody could, like. And I think he got mad. At some point he questioned himself, is it the same school I brought my son? Because
I know, right?
How can I bring my son? And I'm looking for my son. I can't find my son. Then he decided to go back. Then I think he met a friend, somebody who knows me and knows my dad.
Okay.
But my dad doesn't know him. So he met my son. Poppy, like, have you seen your son? I said, oh, yeah, I'm looking for him for 2 hours. He said, Emmanuel and Kansas. I said, oh, Lekzy. Then my dad said, what's name is that?
What is
Lekzy. So when I came, my dad was like, hey, I'm called my dad. He was like, told you I seminar, but I was feel lazy.
He started calling me lazy.
So when I came back from secondary school, you dare not sleep. When I sleep small, hey, lazy. What's that bed?
Lazy, I see. Instead of Lekzy.
Yeah, lazy. You know how they just twist it just to, I don't know. But it's been a beautiful journey.
Yeah, I can imagine. So take us through your journey as you were, going on this comedy path. I know definitely there've been ups and downs, because when you decide that that is what I want to do, it's either it's going to be very smooth, it's going to be very rough, or it's going to be both of them. So how has it been so far?
Okay, so let me share one incident. A very big thank you to a man like DKV.
Okay.
So when we were starting in this career, there were some figures that every comedian wanted to catch their attention. KSM, DKB, David Oscar, Foster Romanus. If you are able to get their attention, meaning you are that good. But these people I mentioned, they never come to shows early. And we are always the open micers, like we only open the show. So by the time DKB probably might come for the show, or KSM will come, we are done with our performance. You just want him to see you. Then I think I spoke to my manager about it, and he said, DKB is doing a campus tour, and I want to put you on. So I'll talk to him. DKB then didn't know me, so when he mentioned that I'll come, I left Takrade. I came to Cape Coast University, and I called DKB that, yeah, boss, I'm on campus, so I want to. And he said, I'm at the hotel, but you know what? Just be around the campus. We will join you guys later. And that was around 3 o'clock. And the show was around 8. I can tell you, I never went to UCC, but I know every corner in UCC. I was roaming. I was just roaming the whole and at some point I said, probably I might have a classmate here, so I should just call. So then I called a friend, Bone Marrow. So he accommodated me. I got to the venue. When DKB saw me, I was like, you be the guy where they call me. You know what? Go perform. So he was backstage, and they gave me, I think, 7 minutes. And all he could hear was, so comedians, you are judged laughter per minute. Okay. So every minute, people should laugh. We can't be talking. After 1 minute, if you are not getting the laugh, you are failing.
Okay.
People, if they are on their phones, and after 1 minute you are not making them laugh, they will go back to their phones. And to get them to lift their heads again, it will take divine intervention. So the laughter kept coming. Then when I dropped the mic, I had a stand. My early days, standing ovation was like,
wow.
I came backstage, DKB hugged me, said, yo, I didn't hear what you were saying, but I could hear the laughter. I could hear the place. Like, what are you doing? Then he called me. I think he was going to Kumasi. Then he called me 2 weeks after. He called me.
Oh, wow.
That time I was in the washroom. My roommate was by my phone. Then he called me. Like, yo. He was calling. He was my roommate. Was like, hey, let's see. DKB is calling. I was like, forget that, man. You know that, that big man that everyone do buy. You won't make your friends on it.
Yeah, like, oh, he's my buddy. Yes.
Forget that.
You want to?
Oh, DKB, my guy,
my bro.
When I came back, I picked my phone, went out. I'm like, boss, I bet we'll make a count food.
That is where you mellow yourself.
Oh yeah, it's been good. It's been good. My first paycheck, I was paid with the first appreciation as a comedian. They gave me Alvaro.
Oh, okay.
Alvaro, a bottle of and then when I was drinking, they was next to me. So right after drinking, they took their bottle.
Oh.
They didn't even give me the bottle, plastic bottle.
That was your first appreciation.
Appreciation, and I was so happy. Like,
oh, okay.
Then the first money that came out of comedy was Percy Obrimpon. Today I just want to mention some names that have held me down. Percy Obrimpon, I think it was 300 cedis.
Yeah. Okay.
And
that was when? Which year?
This was around 2014.
Wow.
And to me, 300 cedis. What I thought did I do to earn
this,
300 cedis? I was so happy. Come and see me. I bought Kelly. I'm like, yo, I bought myself Kelly Willy.
About 300 cedis.
Jesus Christ. I miss those. The level of fulfillment. I wish I could go back to those days when little things could just. It was just about the passion, not necessarily. But yeah, we've grown. We have responsibilities. So now it comes with a certain price tag. Yeah. But those days, making a Ghanaian laugh, because it's difficult to actually a Ghanaian comedian to make a Ghanaian laugh. Then when you put a Nigerian comedian on and you put a Ghanaian comedian, automatically Ghanaians feel like Nigerians are naturally funny. They will make them laugh. So they tune their minds into some positive zone B just to appreciate their talent. But when a Ghanaian comedian comes on, they just fold up and like, okay, convince me that you are funny. So it takes extra for a Ghanaian comedian to make a Ghanaian laugh. But now I'll say the narrative has changed. But then, so when you go on stage and you get a Ghanaian to even clap and stand that you're great, hey, you don't even need money. That's enough.
Yeah, I think earlier he was quoting his dad, like a lot of conversations he had with his dad. And, you know, I've always wanted to ask this question. You see Lekzy mimicking a lot of personality, a lot, you know, from the Akufo-Addo, our president Akufo-Addo, and then a whole lot of celebrities, a whole lot of personalities. This is something natural, and then it's like when you try doing it and you don't have that talent, it doesn't come out. But with yours, it comes effortlessly, like it's so natural, it's so beautiful. How do you do it?
Okay, so that bit. I would say you should see my sister.
Okay.
My sister just has to be in this room for 3 minutes max. Everybody from the camera guy to she would mimic. She's so like sometimes when she's trying to do that, then I will be topping it up like, oh, you left this one out there. So I didn't know that back then when I was helping my sister out, I was actually grooming myself for a bigger moment like this. So I was not inculcating that bit into my craft until after COVID. I think when Obi and I started our show on our sister station Plus FM, then when trending issues come and we start deliberating about it, all of a sudden I'll see that I'll zone myself into the character that we are discussing, maybe a Reggie Rockstone, or I'll start mimic. When I start talking, then the open phone lines, you see callers going like, you guys, Charlie, thanks so much for bringing Reggie Rockstone. Like, thanks so much for bringing the president's mom, and then we have to correct them that, oh, that was Lekzy, that was Lekzy. So now people knew that Lekzy was good with mimicking, but they didn't know the face behind it. So we decided to take it on to a next level. That's when we brought it on TV. So, and I don't rehearse.
It just flows.
Yeah. So I watch a lot of people. Like I watch right now that I'm watching you guys. Maybe the next time GTV decides that, or HSTV say we are doing an end of year party, and they decide to put me on the spot. I can recollect back to the moment I was sitting next to you guys, and just try to do some of it. I don't do it because I want to sound like you. But after everything, everybody will be like, but that sounds just like the person or you. It came out so great. So I don't know. GH1, our show. Anytime I go there. And they say, what's the topic for today? They say, okay, today is Sisliadapa. Okay, so you have to do Sisliadapa. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Then I'll go and sit down. Then they say, okay, so Sicilia, like, what happened? What happened to the money? Then I have to now act like Sisliadapa. I'll finish and I'll be like,
that's so good.
How did you do this? How did you do this? Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's natural. God, like at some point, every point in my career, God exposes me to a different thing that I have within, but I have not really like propagated it or pushed it to the next level. So I think maybe after this impersonation thing I do, another thing within might also come out maybe in a couple of years to come.
You know, I'm very curious about who you can mimic right now. I want to see it in action. So let me just see if you can mimic. On the spot. Yeah, so mimic the late Jerry John Rawlings. Let's see.
In the days of the revolution, when we were fighting corruption, yes, you will be food your pa and the piano. That's so Ghana, dear. Will be food your pa, near Kitadia, na ye jina ho, na ye the one two. Bofre abri. What is Bofre?
Whoa!
What is Bofre? Wait a minute. What is Bofre? Wow. Bofre abri na bada se na so ba obebri na so oben the better was. If your skin your if your intestines, how do you call it?
No, honestly, you know the part that is shocking me. The way he's throwing the question, it sounds just like him. The way you just zoomed into that, you know.
Okay, you know atmosphere. What? Just relax. I want him to do. He has done for.
No. I'm doing it on my show. I'm not giving it. I'm not doing. Unless maybe I'm doing a character that probably on a night I would not be doing. I'll bring the late our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on stage.
Okay.
I'll bring the late Jerry John Rawlings on stage. I'll bring the former president J. Ekufuor.
Okay.
I'll bring Uncle Atta the late on stage. I'll bring JDM. I'll bring Ekufuado.
Wow.
Probably bring Kennedy Japan. I'll introduce a lot of different cards, and I'll give the people the luxury to actually like throw me some of these challenge. I want you to mimic this person. I want you to mimic this person. I want to mimic. Let's just have a good time on stage.
Oh, that is going to be so interesting. I can't wait. I'm anticipating that as well. You know. So yeah, we are still talking to Lekzy the Comic right here on the Healthy Morning Show. As you can tell, it's already so interesting. But then let's go check out some videos from Lekzy the Comic. We'll be right back.
Ghana, are you ready? The biggest comedy show about HTG. Oh yeah, the man himself, the man of many characters, the master of impressions and mimics, Lekzy Decomic. I say, I witnessed comedy shows, but this one is it. The echo was problems crown or siawa. What it is in campaign message. Hey, Lekzy Decomic. Oh, mommy, remember former President Mills.
Uncle Atta, please, how are you fighting galamsey in your government? Thank you for the question. I will be a question. What friend then? What friend Napoleon Article 2? Etehefa, Betty East Lagos. Oda nature what to galamsey or there be any the Ufia Sam.
Onyana Kutio, DKB, OB and Ponsa, Ojo, Kojo PJ, Nana says the poetry bestseller. Guest appearance, KSM the General, MC, Captain Smart, Orbado Live or National Theatre. Date 30th September, 7 p.m. Sharp. Rate 150 Ghana cedis regular, 250 Ghana cedis VIP. Lekzy Decomic, Nick Comedy Show, campaign message, 2 Cute Entertainment, and a National Theatre and WhatsApp. Sponsor Total Energies, Apenkwa. Media partners, GTV, UTV, Peace FM, Plus FM, and GH1 TV. Ticket short code *713 *33 *260 hash. Lekzy Decomic Nick Show, campaign message here. Don't miss out. Now obey your blast.
Whoa, freedom of speech, Mr. A-Plus, I will talk.
Yeah, so that was some videos of Lekzy the Comic, and I know that as you're back there watching us, you are bursting into laughter. Yeah, we are here to serve you nothing but the best with Lekzy the Comic right here in the studios with us. So Lekzy, let's move straight into what you have for us in the coming September.
Campaign message.
Yes. Why did you choose the theme campaign message? What is that?
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about it then.
Yeah. So this year, I didn't plan on doing any show because I don't make profits. I don't have any corporate entity like supporting me. It's always from my pocket. Mostly, you either run into a little loss or you just break even. And I think I felt like it wasn't worth it because for all these years that I've been like entertaining Ghanaians.
You're not really getting that.
Yeah. Okay. Then I was sleeping one night. I was deep. I think around 1 a.m. It's like I had a tap on my shoulder and said, "Campaign," and the name was spelled CANPAIN.
Wow.
Campaign.
Was it like an angelic visitation?
I don't know.
But it
just came, and I woke up. I was just looking for a pen or just to write, and then I wrote it. Then I don't know why I wrote that. There was no message to it, that campaign. It was just the title. So I said, what can I do with this? So the plan was to actually do it next year because of the election. But I felt, looking at what we are all going through, times are quite tough. So I like, okay, so all the campaign messages we've had from all our presidential elects from past, can we go back to it and see how best we can laugh at some of the promises they made and didn't fulfill? But that was the reason why we voted for them. So like I said, the former president J. Kufuor might be seated in the auditorium, but still watch himself telling us what he promised to do for us. And most of it probably didn't fulfill, and those that he fulfilled. So he could hear himself tell us those things. I want to see how he will genuinely react to it on the night. So that's what. But I've tried to reach out to a few politicians, but I think, I don't know, the name scares them. You call on them and it's like excuse upon excuses. And they think maybe when they come, there'll be a center of the.
And even your host, Captain Smart.
Yeah, that's
Captain Smart.
That was the twist. Yeah, I say. So last year I wanted to have him on my show as an MC. And it like at some point he called, he said he can't make it. Then this year, the moment I told him this is what I want to do and I need an MC, he was like, put me on.
Put me on.
Put me on. And people are like, they think probably he'll come and be ranting like how he rants about national. It's a comedy show.
Okay.
And people don't know that probably he has some humor side to what he does. So let's all come and enjoy. You out of curiosity. Just come. Maybe you see a different Captain Smart you've never ever seen
a different
before.
side of him.
Because it's a comedy show. And trust me, nobody will leave that auditorium feeling angry or like furious about something that was said on the stage. We'll make sure that we will address the issues and still make jokes out of it. And you work out, even whoever will be the center of the conversation would still laugh at it and feel like, okay, I can do better. I think I can do better. Sometime in the past, every king, I mean Britain, they had kings had that comedian who conveys message through humor to them. Because if a lame man goes, maybe might say and he'll get angry. But the comedian will come and in a funny way drop some of these like pertinent issues that are bothering the people through the joke. Now when he sits back after the comedy, laugh about it, I'm like, no. But beyond the joke, I think this guy was trying to tell me something. And it's something that we should encourage in this country. When you go to America has this system where every year the White House, they bring one big comedian to come and entertain the president. And they find a way to Trevor Noah has been there, Chris, everybody, they go there. But in my country, we are too
in our country.
In our country, like we are very sensitive to religion, politics, tribes. But when the foreign comedians that we claim are better than us come here, they talk about worry. I've never seen any comedian from Nigeria come here and throw good light on Nigeria. Nigeria bad rules, Nigeria did that. And then if a Ghanaian comedian goes to another country and decides to throw bad light on our country, probably our people will be angry. Why do you do that? But it will take a comedian to. But we enjoy it when it's come from another person. But we don't want to hear our people tell us the things we go through. If I decide to talk about guns, talk about airways, you will have somebody who will be so angry. Why are you talking about my tribe? But it's all jokes. Let it just slide, sometimes. So the show is happening on the 30th of September at the National Theatre. The time is 7 p.m. The rate is 150 Ghana cedis. And trust me, tickets are moving. Tickets are moving. We still have more to sell, but tickets are moving. Within these past few days, tickets keeps moving, and we have generous people buying it for me to give out to fans. So let's hope. If you are not even able to come, you can just reach out in my DM and say, oh, I'm buying like 10, so that I can give out to people who would be able to come and enjoy genuine laughter. So it's happening. 150 Ghana cedis, 250 for VIP, 150 for regular, and you can get it on your Momo *713*33*260#.
Okay, so yeah, we have that on the screens as well.
Yes, *713*33*260, and there is a Momo number beneath it. So as you can see, for some families, I'm not good with numbers. So please, you can just pick it or reach out to me on my socials, Lekzy Decomic, LEKZY DECOMIC. Then the comic always autocorrect will give you demonic.
Okay.
Change it back to the comic. Yeah, then let's have a good time. And trust me. With the likes of KSM, Obian Ponsa, Professor Lionel, Kojo PJ, Nana Sase will be giving us poetry, DKB. That's like
Ojo. I saw Ojo.
Ojo too is in there.
It's quite beautiful that as you are, doing this your campaign message thing, we have a lot of the comedians also helping you, supporting you.
That's something that I would say has helped us. The unity.
Yeah.
People think that there's division. Yes, every human institution, once in a while, some few individuals will have their issues. But it doesn't deter us from the common goal that corner comedy needs to get to the next level. So when it comes to the project, that's the comedy, the job, we all come together and make sure that at the end of the day, we make a great statement. But the not bickering, and once in a while it comes, then we resolve it. We are boys. We find a way to resolve it. But collectively, yeah, we've been quite supportive. We'll be going to Sunyani even this weekend to support Obi and Ponsa. He's having a show at Sunyani called JSS. That's where he actually grew up. So if you are in Sunyani too, you can come through at HSTVLIVEGH Hall or something. Yeah, come through. Let's have a good time.
All right, Lekzy. So with your flyer, I saw the statue of Kwame Nkrumah, and then with your head fixed on. What was the inspiration behind that?
All these ones that it all came in the dream.
Wow.
You had that one too in the dream?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm a trained graphic designer. I went to school to study graphic design. Then I said, what would I use to announce this show? So when the show, the name came, I think the concept too came later, that take off Kwame Nkrumah's head and put your head. So now on the night you might be talking, you'll be talking the mind of Kwame Nkrumah, but in a funny way.
Wow.
Yeah, in a funny way. So how Kwame Nkrumah actually conceived the idea to liberate Ghana, and how he wanted to drive Ghana, and how Ghana is now being driven. So we might throw light on some of the ideologies of Kwame Nkrumah and the ideologies of subsequent presidents that have come after Kwame Nkrumah. That is the whole idea. So I think I started from the genesis, and later you saw that I brought the big sis. I decided not to bring any of the current or immediate past presidents because Ghana, the least chance they will try politicizing the show. You are being politically, but I don't think Kwame Nkrumah, nobody will tag me that Kwame Nkrumah bribed me to come in.
How can you?
Or the big sis came out of their graves to bribe me too. So the idea, I just told the graphic designer, this is what I got, and I want you to work. And the moment I dropped the teaser, it's been fire. Throughout, people have loved the whole idea.
Yeah, definitely. So now let's move into comedy as an art industry. Let's say in the next 5 or 10 years, where are you hoping to see comedy, or what should Ghanaians expect from comedy?
Ghanaian comedy.
Okay. So, comedy has been through so many phases. We had the days of waterproof. Then the first Bafo and Tommy Annan Forcing, KSM came. KSM, they were doing the English kind of comedy, and the Concept Party was still in there. Ghanaians found them very funny until they started importing comedians from outside. And then our taste changed. You know how quick we are able to we start leaning towards foreign stuff. Then the revolution of the David Oscar and Co came. That time I don't think they were even doing it for the money. The fact that they wanted to now renew the minds of Ghanaians that we have been funny and still funny till date. But it was so difficult to get convinced, to even get the media to even understand that we are funny. They will go back on radio and TV and let people understand that, oh, these people are not funny. And there are thousands of people who have not even watched them. But they believe what you, the pundit, you are saying to the people. Then we are here. Now, I have filled the National Theatre. Obi Amposa has filled the National Theatre. Jacinta has filled the National Theatre. Foster has filled the National Theatre. DKB has filled the National Theatre. Last weekend, Okokobioku, he's a Ghanaian comedian, but stayed partly half of his life.
Savara even went to his.
Look, you saw the numbers. Great.
Yeah,
something that I can tell you that some musicians don't even have the balls, but they might probably have the numbers more than us on socials, but they don't have the balls to even go on to the National Theatre and say, I want to do a show for people to pay. But now Ghanaians have the confidence to pay and come and watch Ghanaian comedians. That is to tell us that there is growth in the industry. Now my own is in the next 5 years. Maybe if the musicians don't do it, the O2 Arena that we've all been complaining about, maybe it will not take music to fill the O2 Arena. Why are we all looking at music? There are other art forms that are also generating the numbers, but probably nobody is looking at it, because if your big star cannot fill the National Theatre, and a young guy that probably is not having the name, Okokobioko might not be that popular, but you saw the numbers. So what shows that if you are to push all effort to support Okokobioko in the next 5 years, he cannot fill O2 Arena.
It's possible.
Because even in Ghana, with the little mileage he has, he's doing this magic. He can do that. So I'm looking forward, like in the next 5 years, we will get investors. If you put the money in the musicians and they are not bringing back the money, look into other art form and let's see how best we can. Me, my show, I've never gotten any sponsor. Every time I talk to investors. If you're a rich person that I know, I come to you, I throw the idea to you that, listen, I have this show, give me this amount of money for a month. Let me use it to promote the show and do the show. After the show, I'll pay you your money with a certain profit, interest. Those who believe in it, they give it to me. Last year, somebody invested. I paid back with the interest that I promised. This year, another person is on board. I have taken the money. I'll make sure that after the show, so you people should show up so that I can pay just to boost investor confidence. Then, with that, at some point, I will build a system whereby people will now feel like, okay, instead of investing even into agric and other things, now comedy too is another venture that I can invest. So no, it's not even a Ponzi scheme. It's something that, okay, I pump 100,000 and I'm being promised 15,000 profit after a month. No bank will do that. So after I do the show, Obuku Marina, 4,000 capacity, people come. If the money is there and I do it and the profit comes, I can pay you and pay you your profit. And we can look at even touring the rest of the world and with even the other regions so we can move your money within a year from one region to another, and then after a year we can say that we'll promise you a 50% or a 30% interest on your investment.
Interesting.
All right. So you got the opportunity to perform outside the country. How was the impact, you know?
Yeah, so I've performed in Nigeria, performed in at Togo, I performed at South Africa. I was in South Africa around June.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to be on another festival this September, but due to visa issues, we couldn't make it.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful experience. That's when I realized Ghanaian comedians are really, really working, because to get a Ghanaian to laugh is difficult. But to make a South African laugh, it's not that difficult.
Okay.
So the stress Ghanaians put us through here, when we go to other part of it, they see that like these people are where did they come from? Like every comedy show we go to, we go with different materials, and we meet some of these South African comedians on the same show, and they are coming with the same old jokes we had the last time from the previous show. And they come to the next show with us, and we are telling new jokes, we are telling you them, and it blows their mind. They're like, how do you guys do it? So we realized that no, but there's something they are doing right. They have what we call the comedy clubs.
Okay. Yes.
In South Africa, there are about thousands of comedy clubs, and it runs from Monday to Sunday. Back to back to back. So unless you're a comedian, you are lazy and you don't want to work. If you really want to work, every day you have a place to perform and make some good money. And that is something that we are trying to inculcate into our system. So we started a comedy club at Tessanoko 2927 Comedy Club. And every Thursday after work, people pass by, especially those who don't want to be in traffic wasteful. They come there while away some time and just go back to their homes and maybe the next day go to work. So that's what I want to have as many of those clubs in the country. We have some at Asofan, we have some at Tesano, we have so every part of Accra would have a place that if you want to go and have a good laugh, you can go. So maybe I'll play Tesano. After Tesano, quickly go to maybe Kaswa, go here. Within that day, if I'm making less of coins, you can be accumulating some good money. So that is what we are trying to inculcate into our system. But it was a beautiful experience in South Africa. Good music, good weather, good food, and good. Oh, they are women. Oh
my God! Compared to Ghanaian
power to no. Listen.
Never. Because the way he's
no. Listen, the difference between South Africa and Ghanaian women, like averagely, when you see 10 Ghanaian women, not to disrespect any woman here, about 9.5 have bum, like they have big bum, and over there it is normal. Girls who are slim like you have the premium in South Africa. Like the men will chase you. To them, that's when I realized that scarcity creates demand. Now when they have the bomb, so they chase after the slim ones, and we don't have too many of the bombs. And we go there and we see the slim, the big bomb, and we are like, whoa! Like what is going on? For 1 week, I was confused. At one point, I saw one bomb. I was with Obi. I was going to call him and say, Obi, see bomb. Not when he has also seen one. So when I checked to his direction to tap him, and I saw what he was seeing, I was watching, and he also I tapped him. He saw what I was about to tell him. Like, yeah, more black. But trust me, if you are in South Africa, the money you make, Oh, your stature. Oh, you are in a wrong jurisdiction. There's a demand for your services somewhere.
Really? Interesting. That's quite interesting.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. So, trust me, you don't want to miss the 30th.
I don't miss it. You miss it. You miss your period.
Yeah. Thank you. If you miss it, I can't say that one. But on the 30th of September, all road leads to the National Theatre for the campaign message by Lekzy Decomic, and of course, we have our very own host, Captain Smaduwell, to purchase the ticket
and drum the KSM bit, because there was a generation that didn't actually experience
the
KSM era, and I think they missed out on like a legendary moment, like especially the Gen Zs who don't have any record of how comedy actually started in Ghana. I think it's an opportunity to actually come and see greatness on the night.
All right, so as you stated, KSM will be there, and you see Lekzy mimicking a lot of our past precedents as well. So you can't afford to miss this very one, because that day will be packed. So come early so that you can get a seat. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so right now we'll be wrapping up the whole show. It has been absolutely lovely with Lekzy Decomic here. But then before we wrap it up, today again is a special day for all special people. So first of all, we're starting off with our birthday wishes. So our first person on the list, a happy birthday to Mr. Seth Yawson. So he is a staff of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. He's a staff right here at GBC. So happy birthday to you, Mr. Seth Yawson. May God richly bless you and everything that you're doing. May he continue to protect you and your family members. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Seth Yawson. And then moving away from that, a happy birthday to Prophet Prince Marcells. Happy birthday to you, Prophet Prince. You are richly blessed, you and your family all, and we thank God for adding another year onto you. Happy birthday to you, Prophet Prince. And then away from that, a happy birthday to Mr. Tendai Okreku. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Tendai. May God richly bless you and your family, more money, more prosperity in your life. Have a blast today. Happy birthday, Mr. Tendai. And then also a happy birthday to Mr. Kafui Kweku Adoso. This is coming from Mrs. Lydia Kusiapia and Mark Pell, and also Mark Lois, Mark Beryl, and also Makasia. And they are all wishing you, Mr. Kweku, a happy birthday. Have a blast today, Mr. Kweku. And then also away from that, a happy birthday to Mr. Bernard Kusiapia Odisika 1. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Bernard. You are richly blessed today. We thank God for adding another year onto you. Have a wonderful day today. Happy birthday once again, Mr. Bernard. And also a happy birthday to Anchorites Esilasi Governor Tosa 2007. Happy birthday to you, Anchorites Governor. May God richly bless you and everything that you do. You are richly blessed today. Happy birthday. And then also a happy birthday to Anchorite Nana Ifwasewa Ojo. This is coming from Apostle Thomas Kusi Apia. You are richly blessed, and we thank God for adding another year onto you. Have a blessed today, Anchorite Nana Ifwa. And then to our penultimate wish, so a happy birthday to Anchorite Nanaya Tosa 2013. This is coming from Apostle Thomas Kusi Apia. He says he wishes you a wonderful day today, and we thank God for adding another year onto you. And to our last birthday wish, so a happy birthday to Anchorite Edika Eric Tosa 2004. Happy birthday to you, Anchorite Eric. This is coming from Apostle Thomas Kusi Apia. May God richly bless you and make you flourishing in everything that you do. Happy birthday once again, Anchorite Eric. And these are where we will end the birthday wishes for today. And also, we'll be wrapping up the Healthy Morning Show. Of course, Lekzy Decomic was here. I don't know if you have any last words for our viewers.
I'm not dying soon, so I have no last words. Okay. But I can only say that
I'm not dying soon.
people just turn out in their numbers. I wish I had the luxury to announce that show is sold out even before they did it.
Wow.
But you know, Ghanaians, somebody told me, now who
Before the day, so okay, that's quite interesting. Well, lovely viewers, this will be wrapping up the Healthy Morning Show. It has been absolutely entertaining. It has been fun. Exactly. Tomorrow again is going to be fun. Yes, we're promising you that it's going to be fun.
Tomorrow is Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day.
Yeah,
and it's a public holiday.
Yeah, for everybody. But then still, we are going to come on your screen because we want to serve you nothing but the best. So yeah, keep watching Healthy Morning right here on HSTV. We still have more content for you right here on HSTV. My name is Abigail Irama. Of course, we had your Lekzy Decomic, and I did this with
Savara Aiden. Do well to join us tomorrow for another interesting time on the Healthy Morning Show.
Yeah, so bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, 2 spoons, 2 my tunes. Wow! Yo, slow!